Hello and welcome back to my playthrough of Final Fantasy XV. In the last episode, we were messing around in the area of Sky. We headed north up to the Calbus grasslands, and we headed south to the Saxum outpost and to the Corthus rest area. And after all that, we are level 32, and I think it's about time that we got on with our next main quest. That being heading over to the Disc of Corthus and speaking with,
Good morning to
with
you.
the entourage of Arden Izunia here.
I should warn you, we're about to pass the point of no return. I trust you're not having any second thoughts.
So we will drive with Arden to the Disc.
Whoever thought of tapping into the meteor's power was a genius.
Can you even go near that thing?
They harvest fragments found nearby, pieces that broke off when the meteor fell. Almost fell, I should say, for the Archaean caught it.
And he's still there, holding the thing up.
Guess he never misses leg day. Or any day, for that matter.
His unceasing toil and the meteor's might form the tenets of worship for the locals of Disky.
Makes you wonder what it's like, down there at his feet.
So you know, it's hot where we're going. Will the camera fare all right?
As long as I avoid open flames, it should be okay. I think.
We don't have a spare if it breaks.
Leave it in the car? Oh no, I'm taking it. Not every day you get up close and personal with the Archaean. I'd kick myself if I missed the photo op.
Spoken like a true photographer.
As they say, better to try and fail than never to try at all. Look at you. Well, they say that. Not me.
Well, you just do what you gotta.
Hey, Iggy, can your glasses take the heat?
Well, I don't see why they shouldn't.
Even if they couldn't, he'd still be alright.
Yeah, Iggy's eyes ain't that bad.
Oh, really?
Yeah, my vision is passable without corrective lenses.
Then why not take them off sometimes?
Well,
You don't get it, huh?
Ignis likes his world to be crystal clear.
indeed. I've never been one for ambiguity.
Ah, I think I'm getting the picture now. Hey, Ignis. How's it feel being away from the wheel?
Positively frightening.
What are you saying?
That I'm no stranger to His Highness's driving habits.
Appreciate the confidence.
Read a book. It'll take your mind off it.
I'd rather keep my eyes on the road for now, thank you.
I guess nothing can take your mind off Nox driving. So, like you told Iggy to read a book.
Yeah, and?
You know, that's how you get carsick.
Hell yeah.
Right? A few minutes in and my lunch comes up.
You get used to it.
Yeah, to puking on myself.
You just lack training.
Not sure you can train that away.
We're here.
Better not be a setup.
Have I given you reason to doubt me?
You don't really inspire confidence.
Yeah, not very straightforward.
Hello, it's me. Be so kind as to open up.
Wow, that worked?
I may not look like much, but I do have some influence. Aren't you glad we came together? Your audience with divinity lies ahead.
You're leaving?
I drop you at the Archaean's open door, and with that, bid you farewell.
So, there we have Arden being his usual mysterious and somewhat influential self. And now we're going to off-road the Regalia for a bit.
Weirdos.
I hope we never meet that one again.
Whoa, a little harsh there, don't you think?
As we head down towards where the Archaean
Guy really knew his stuff
is.
about nursery rhymes.
Yeah, nothing creepy about that. So we keep going this way.
Then we'll find out what the Empire's up to.
So, here we are, as we get a weird loading screen. Never experienced that loading screen there. But anyway, so, mentioned some trials that each of the Hexatheon provide to the Chosen One, which is obviously Noctis in our case, as they make their way, as they continue with their royal quest. And that's exactly what's going to happen here. We're going to get a trial with Titan. Now, something that we didn't do last time that I would like to do, actually, is to do a bit of ascension. And something that we have gained is the ability to just finish up the Armiger tree, because obviously this is the first time we've actually had the Armiger tree there. So we can just finish things up there. And then the big thing is that, is there anything else that we can do in order to... anything else that we can do in order to improve our AP, our AP rates? Okay, so combine a few of these other HP sort of first aids. I think that'll be it, but we'll just check. Okay, and then we've got the various stats. So equipping 3 accessories and boosting strength, boosting stats by the number of levels that we have. So, was that further AP somewhere? So we get AP for reeling in a big catch, but everything else is about gaining experience, and experience is not something we're going to be really worrying about. So some few more things in weight mode. Aside from that, pretty much we look pretty set in terms of what we want from our ascension grid. So we've made our way over, thanks to Arden's seemingly infinite influence.
What I think it is?
Didn't expect to find a royal tomb here.
Would be a shame not to grab that power. Hey, Highness.
Let's grab it and go.
And fortuitously, we find the Tomb of the Mystic. Pretty much exactly in a place where you really wouldn't expect it to be. So we've been gaining royal arms at a pretty decent
Here we
clip.
go again!
This one's huge.
Get away! Quickly!
Knocked! I gotcha! Come on, pull yourself up.
There he is, the Archaean himself. Titan.
God damn. This is the Archaean?
Seems we woke the big guy up.
He's trying to tell me something. But what?
Knocked! You okay?
Well, thank heavens you're safe. Is there a way back up?
No, but there's a path. Gonna see where it leads.
You two try to get down.
Very well. We'll look for a way. Be careful now.
You too.
What? We're going where?
So, there we have Titan, our first glimpse of one of the Hexatheon. Very impressive sight.
Don't rush off on your own, huh?
Don't get left behind.
Wise guy.
And so, during this little section, we're going to have some very small enemies, and we're going to...
They're on edge. Let's not ruffle their feathers anymore.
Try shutting your beak.
some
Just offering sound
small...
advice.
Yeah, like a parrot in my ear.
some small elemental deposits for us to use up. So you notice there, they mentioned that it would... So we'll just complete this battle. So take care of those Dynoaevis. They're pretty rare
Get
enemies.
this hot.
Only
Feels
really
like I'm about to
found
combust.
around this area. And for that reason, we should definitely take care of them, because that'll add them to our Bestiary, which I think is found in our archive. So Bestiary, yeah. So I wonder what this counts as. Would it just count as disguise? Yeah, there you go, Dynoaevis. And so, yeah, and as you can see, we find fire and electric energy deposits around here. We will not find any. We will not find any ice, as you might imagine. So we'll just make a few easy fire spells. With what we have here, I think there's no reason not to. So what it meant was that if you go into the fire here, the sort of the overfire, you'll see that there you get impacted with a small status ailment down the bottom. Nothing that can't be very quickly healed off unless you're sort of spending all the time waiting on the open flames. Nothing there. And later on, we're going to get a little scene where we're going to get another, in this case, a status buff. You get to choose which one you want.
Hey, over here. No room for error here.
No time to chill either. Make it quick. Just want this to be over.
Tremors! Hang on!
My head.
Again? Of all the times. Let's hurry the hell across. Knocked. You doing all right? What now?
Hey! Titan! What's the big idea?
Save it. Get to solid ground first.
Faster!
Calm down. I'm going as fast as I can. Almost there.
Hurry!
That's his welcome. Hate to see how he treats intruders.
You want to talk? So do I.
Glad the feeling's mutual. Let's move.
Okay, so we see that Titan seems none too happy about our progress and is more than willing to step in our way as we get once more full energy. So let's I'll keep the lightning energy just in case we want to make something, lightning related next time. So we now have a bunch of relatively strong fire spells along with everything else. And we'll be able to proceed forwards.
Sick of this endless walking.
And I'm sick of your endless whining. Calm the hell down.
Get off my back.
Are you a man of royal blood, or aren't you?
If you choose the top one, you get a status ailment which boosts your strength. If you choose the bottom one, you'll get one that sort of boosts your physical, your defense. So we'll definitely go for the top one here.
Of course I am. I couldn't forget it if I tried. What about it?
I ain't saying that you've forgotten, but you gotta know something. You're not the only one who's having a tough time. We're all on edge. We Amicitia are the king's sworn shields. Guard the king with our lives. That's the way it's always been. I've embraced my duty, and I take pride in it. When you can't focus, I focus for you. It's my job, so let me do it, all right?
All right.
So you see there, we get the
But I had to get it out. Come on.
we get the riled
Remember, don't rush ahead on your own.
status
Hey,
buff.
Gladio. Your dad, I'm grateful to him.
Just doing his job. Isn't that your phone?
Ignis.
You're safe. Good. Listen, Imperial troops are...
I got cut off. But it sounds like we're about to have Imperial company.
It's about to get even hotter in here.
So there we go. Some problems. So the Empire is here. So what on earth could they have to do with Titan at the moment? And all of this. Well,
We finally made it.
I know.
it's time for us to take out some Imperial troopers. Which should not be a problem for us.
Gladio!
Okay, there we go. So we complete the Archaean here, and now what we have before us, Titan, the trial of Titan awaiting us just ahead.
Hey! I'm here! What the hell is it you want? Quit screwing with my head! You gotta be kidding me.
So, this is one of the few battles where actually having wait mode is not particularly useful, just because what you will be doing is you're just pretty much waiting for the chance to actually, you know, deal some opposing things. Actually do something in the battle.
Are you alright?
I owe you one.
And
It'll work.
weight mode can just sort of screw that up.
Device you've given out to
I can't have you dying here. Come on.
Okay, so we're going to flee with Gladio. The next bit is going to involve, yeah, Titan's going to throw some punches our way. We can phase through them if we time them right, which I did not do there. But I did do that.
We're sitting ducks here. Hurry!
Yeah, don't need to tell me.
So we just need to wait for Gladio. And again, there, see, I need to keep moving. Otherwise the wait mode timer just begins.
Go!
Damn it.
Don't stop! Run!
He just won't quit.
So as you can see, we need to run.
Gladio!
Hurry! I can't keep this up!
So certainly the first bit of this battle is a very simple process of holding down the block button and getting the chance to eventually parry. But it does look very, very cool.
Not gonna take any more of this crap.
So you get a few of these ones where he's going to try and crush you. And we get a new target, a new aim of destroying his arm. And the key thing here is to just try and keep track of everything that's going on. As you can see, Ignis and Propto have rejoined. You need to keep parrying.
Did you miss us?
Apologies.
And then it works quite well if you can phase through.
Oh, hi there, opening.
His sort of large arm swipes. I didn't get one there. And so, what's now going to happen? We're obviously going to get a whole bunch of Imperial Spearsmen join the battle. And you can take care of them. They are a pretty rare enemy. So if you're going for like full bestiary, they are one that you would want to just take the time to kill a couple of. But it can be difficult to follow in the midst of literally everything that's going on here. So we can see that
We're all here. Let's do it.
the Empire are going to somewhat help us out.
Ready, guys?
So there we use the Armiger chain. The way that works is that so now during your Armiger, at any point you can hit the same buttons as to trigger Armiger, so L1 and R1. And doing so gives you the gives you the chance to do an Armiger chain, which is one final big attack involving you and everyone else. So, obviously the Imperial Spearman will generally be wiped out by Titan a lot of the time. So there I was holding square from quite an early point, but you do need to, when he is doing his sort of dropping his hand on you attack, you do need to be holding square very early on in order for it to trigger. Okay, so we see that they want us to use Blizzara. And in order to do that, we need to deal 16,000 damage to Titan's arm. And one of the easiest ways to do that is to use the Armiger there to deal a huge amount of damage. We have plenty of time there, and that will allow us to demolish the Archaean's arm.
Hey, we all still here?
Yep, still here.
If a little battered.
Does this mean it's over?
What? What is it now?
What is he doing?
He's winding up!
For the big one!
That was Luna. You spoke with her. That's why.
So that we see a huge explosion from Titan, and a brief scene of Luna speaking with Titan as well.
Doesn't get much worse than this.
The Empire? Now?
Fancy meeting you here! It occurs to me I never formally introduced myself. Izunia! Arden Izunia!
Imperial Chancellor is in here.
At your service, and more importantly, to your aid. I guarantee your safe passage. Though you're always welcome to take your chances down there. Buried among the rubble, is it?
Dying here is not an option. We have no choice, Noct.
I know.
So we gained the mark of the Archaean, a symbol of Titan's favour. We complete the trial of Titan, and in turn we complete Chapter 4. We also learn of the true nature of Arden, the true nature being that he is the Imperial Chancellor, a member of Noctis's sworn enemy in terms of the war between Niflheim and Eleusis. So it's a pretty cool one. A big photo of Titan as he goes for his little explosion. And so, here we have it. Chapter 5, Dark Clouds. As Corthus crumbles, the Imperial Chancellor swoops in to usher the four friends to safety. But their reprieve is only temporary, as disguised skies tell of trouble on the horizon. With the regalia missing and the roads closed, the four find themselves stranded. So one of these long loading screens is a good opportunity for us to sort of talk about, a bit about what's going on. Obviously, we're seeing Arden being quite a confusing figure, and there's actually going to be a little scene that was added afterwards, the infamous PS2 textures scene, because it seems like it's not particularly well optimized at all. It does kind of look like a PS2 game, I'm not going to lie. But there's a little scene here that was added in the in one of the various patches of the game in order to sort of try and further explain how they get from where they were being picked up by Arden to where they are at the start of Chapter 5. But the main thing is what we saw there, we saw with Luna. And that's sort of like the big thing that's going forwards, is that Luna was there. Luna entreated with the Archaean initially, and that's what then started to get Noctis involved with Titan. That's why he started having the headaches, and why Titan tried to contact him.
Thank the gods I found you boys.
And what will you do with us now?
Why, grant you safe passage, just as I say.
Pretty generous offer for an Imperial.
Calm now. Is it fair to begrudge a man the circumstances of his birth?
Well, no. I guess not.
So, what do we do after he drops us off?
Go get the car. Can't leave her unattended for long. Chancellor, if you truly wish to aid us in our efforts, then I request you release us this instant.
This instant? It's a long way down. Perhaps the army could break your fall. Or perhaps you could simply sit back and enjoy the ride. You needn't worry. You're in good hands with me. Here's hoping you find that car of yours.
High Commander Ravis Nox Fleury issued the following statement regarding the Imperial blockades across the region.
We believe the insurgents behind the Citadel attack have taken refuge in Disguise. The blockade shall help us root out the criminals. I realize the inconvenience imposed upon the citizenry, but we must each do our part for the good of all.
The High Commander also stressed the Imperial Army would continue its recovery efforts in the Crown City. The frequent quakes which rocked the Disguise and Clean regions in recent days have finally quieted. In response, the Empire provided the following comment.
The cause of the tremors was the Archaean, who had awakened in a fit of rage. The Imperial Army took swift action and laid the unruly giant to rest, thus averting disaster.
Eyewitness reports confirm Titan has disappeared from the Disk of Cothis.
I still can't believe it. I mean, shouldn't the car have turned up by now?
We should wait until Cindy's done asking around the local garages before we despair.
Let's not fool ourselves. The Empire has it.
Then maybe we could ask Arden to help us out again, right?
The Imperial Chancellor.
He represents a problem, not a solution.
So where does that leave us?
Stranded, awaiting word from Hammerhead.
In the meantime, we'll have to hoof it.
Look! It's Umbra!
Someone's sending us a message.
What do we do?
Follow him.
So there we have, certainly, you can see why they wanted to add that little scene in there, but it is definitely not ideal in how sort of low res some of those textures are at this point.
What's the big idea closing off our roads?
Well, the Empire says it's for our own protection.
From what? It's daytime. There aren't any demons about right now.
So, as has been said, there are a bunch of blockades about, primarily around here, around the Duskai region. So we can't get back to Lustolum, as they've blocked off up here. We can't get back into Lead, as these three entrances all the way down here are blocked, and we can't go any further into Clane as well, so we can't go any further past here. Other than that, we're obviously free to move about as we can, but it's certainly a limitation as much as we have here. So, but we are at Wizard's Chocobo Post. We will have a chat around, and we will check out the radio as well. But I think the main thing is for us we'll just listen into some of these combos, and then we'll follow after Umbra.
Not only that, food isn't coming through either.
Ah, that explains why the shelves are so bare.
And they'll go empty unless the blockade's lifted. Wish the fugitives would just hurry and get caught.
Hey, the blockades, are they still there?
Yep, still there. Sure as sunup.
How long's this gonna go on for?
So we can see the blockades are causing some distress for the people of Duskai. We heard a bit there from Ravus as to what's going on. And obviously we also saw the Regalia was captured. Unfortunately, she didn't seem to have any of our customizations in that little scene. It'll be interesting to see if, when we get her at the end of this chapter, whether she will have our customizations on her then. Anyway, so we have Umbra here. And we'll be able to start chapter 5.
Gentiana.
Hear me, O King of the Stone. By the Stormsender's blessing, will the path to the stone be opened? The Oracle goes hence in her king's name.
Luna. Where is she now?
The Eye of the Storm. When the Covenant is forged, the Oracle and Ring shall await their king at the walls of water. Stray not from the path.
She's a messenger. A spirit. Faithful to the Oracle.
For real?
We're going beyond real now, pal.
Let Luna know I'm okay, and she won't have to wait much longer. We'll be together soon.
The crystal was gifted to mankind, that we might know lasting prosperity.
If the crystal belongs to everyone, how come only Lucis gets to use it?
The kings of Lucis do not simply use the crystal, they also protect it.
Wait, so my dad's guarding it?
Yes.
I had no idea.
To crown the King of Light is the calling of the crystal, and keeping the crystal safe until that day falls to the line of Lucis.
And I'm the chosen.
Yes, only the true king, anointed by the crystal, can purge our star of its scourge.
You really think I can do that?
As Oracle, I will see to it. To aid the king is the Oracle's calling.
Then I guess I can do it. I won't let you down.
I know you won't.
Unto the king alone this voice is heard. To follow the words is to follow the chosen path. Bridging heaven and earth it strikes, the storm's ephemeral yet eternal light. To the light must go the king.
Lady Lunafreya has done well to keep the ring from falling into enemy hands.
All we need to do is hit Altissia.
That entails passage aboard a ship. Kyan may serve us now as it did them then.
The hidden harbor. Just my work. I'll have Ira set it up.
So, in the meantime, we head into the storm. Another day, another deity.
So, as we see, there seems to be some sort of acknowledgement, at least from the guys, that they know what's going on now. So, Gentiana, she's a messenger. We've seen from the Hexatheon. I think we have that in one of these. The Hexatheon. So there you go. There are 24 messengers, and Gentiana is one of them. She specifically is a messenger, I believe, for the god Shiva, and she is with Lady Lunafreya for a large chunk of her life, and she's with Lunafreya and Noctis.
Sweet chocobos. You always set my soul at ease.
Never realized you were so into chocobos.
I'm totally into chocobos. Don't take that the wrong way.
There's no wrong way to love a chocobo.
So, as they say, not there, but as I was saying, Gentiana represents Shiva and has been staying with Lunafreya for a very long time. And now that we're here, so what's now going to happen is, I think we have read that one, is we will be,
We're really lucky there's a place to stay out here.
well, the main thing that we're going to be doing is looking to progress with the next deity, as they've said. So the storm, the lightning that's all coming around here, this is all due to the Fulgurian Rama, another of the Hexatheon. And so this little section of the game is concentrating on our process of entreating with him and doing the same thing as what's happened with as with Titan, and also completing that with Rama as well.
Got lots of good stuff in stock. Thank you kindly.
Okay, so we have all of the things from there, which is excellent. And we have the chocobo.
Hold up. Don't the chocobos eat this stuff?
It's also suitable for human consumption.
I'll leave it consuming 2 other humans.
I feel like that there's another one. I feel like
now,
there's...
Rama. Chasing down deities is hard work.
Think how Lady Lunafreya must feel.
If the strain of the rites is as Gentiana suggested, I fear she's far worse off than we are.
So, as they've said, what they're saying there is that the process is that Lunafreya, as the Oracle, she must enter a rite with the gods, much as she did for Titan.
Say, you buddies with the kid who's got the fancy camera?
Fancy camera? Oh, right. Yeah.
Nice. What do you say to taking a picture for me?
Of what?
A wild chocobo. Poor little thing lives around these parts. But I ain't seen her for a while now. Starting to get worried.
Okay. We'll check it out.
That's mighty kind of you, friend. I got my hands full looking after my own little ones. Appreciate the help.
So we have where the wild chocobos are for photographing a wild chocobo. Oh. And we may well also be able to take on some... there we go.
So what'll it be today?
We may well also be able to take on some hunts here.
Glad to see y'all made
So yeah, what we were saying is Luna's engaging with these rites. She is meeting with each. So she's clearly met with Titan, and that led to the issues with regards to the earthquakes and Noctis's headaches. And now it seems like she's entreating with Rama, which has led to this massive thunderstorm, all surrounding.
been giving us a real hassle.
All surrounding the area of Disguise.
What can I get you?
So we are going to just take some Gysahl Chips, seeing as we're not going to be doing anything too stressful this episode, I think.
come back soon.
And as they say, the rites themselves are actually quite stressful for the Oracle, which is a reason at least to be worried for Luna's health, as things certainly stand. So, just checking out what missions we have to do. We've got the perfect landscape. I'm not sure if we're going to be able to complete that, given the rain. But we can definitely try. And then it's whether we want to do these two as well, as we circle back down towards... as we circle back down towards... back to Dave to hand in those ones. I've also got where the wild chocobos are, which I think is in the same area where you find Deadeye, so that little forest area. Either way, we are definitely going to want to rent out some chocobos for an extended period of time. And I think what we'll also do is we might as well customize them. Do we have some? We do have some more colours now, which is nice. So, Noctis previously has had the white ones, so I think he can have... I'll have our nice little set, and... So you can fit 4 medals, as you can see, on there. And we might as well add them onto our chocobo. Why not? I love the fact you can even give them names.
Y'all come back now.
The other thing we might want to do is actually...
been waiting for y'all.
We can shop here in order to give them different greens. So, for example, you've got Mimic greens here. We might as well get like 10. And then you've also got Reagan greens.
Pleasure doing business with you.
Okay, so... And I said that we would listen to the radio, so let's head over to the radio and just see if there's anything new to listen to.
In response to concerns among Claim locals over the sudden disappearance of the meteor from the disk of Cauthis, the Stolen-based Exinoris has released a statement assuring continued power supply to all regions. However, due to unstable terrain, investigations of the former meteor site have stalled, and it may take some time before the truth is brought to light.
So we've got some sort of stuff about what on earth was going on.
Look out your windows all you need. The rain's coming down with no sign of stopping. First came tremors, and now it's thunderbolts and lightning. If I didn't know better, I'd say the gods were out to get us. Until somebody can offer a better explanation, I'm sticking with that. Let's just hope the Thunder God doesn't hold grudges for long. Speaking of grudges, let's move on to letters from our listeners.
Okay, so some stuff talking about, again, other people recognizing that this is to do with the gods.
Now for a traffic update. Imperial blockades continue to impede highway travel. In addition to the north, a new roadblock has been set up along the mountain route in southern Duskai. Interregional travel is now more restricted than ever, with no view as to when normalcy will return.
Some more stuff about the blockades.
Come on now. It's not every day a mountain gets up and moves. I'm just thankful the Empire was there to make sure no civilians were hurt. Still, you can't help but wonder what happened. The Oracle alone might have known. We are Exinoris. Meldacio has...
Call, kid! The Empire has pledged to help repatriate all Crown City refugees who fled amid the chaos at the Citadel, though the Army continues their search for those reported missing. Thus far, no leads have been found. Citizens with information are urged to come forward.
So, some further things there. Obviously, the events in the Citadel we know, or at least if you've watched the films, you know that they are actually the Niflheim, the fault of the Niflheim.
As showers continue to drench the region, meteorologists are at a loss as to what caused the sudden surge of storm clouds. The Imperial Army may be feeling a bit under the weather, as border enforcement efforts have recently grown quiet.
So, as we're saying, you have this issue of that the Nifs are trying to sort of blame other people on what's happened in the Citadel.
The frequent quakes which rocked the Sky and Clean regions in recent days have finally quieted. In response, the Empire provided the following comment.
The cause of the tremors was...
Okay, we've already heard that one.
Today's topic is things that make you say, Here's what our first listener had to say. Colin Kenny asks, is it me, or is the sun setting really early lately? What? How is that even possible? This better not be true, or I am just gonna lose it. I can't take being cooped up indoors any longer than I am now.
It's your you dream. It's your vacation.
We are...
Okay, I think that's going to be it.
We are... Meldacio...
You dream...
Yeah, looks like it. Okay, yeah, so we've got, there. Finally, we found near enough the last one of these little hand-drawn caricatures. I thought it was around there, but I could not see it from distance. Anyway, so let's simplify things back down. Bright yellow lemon chocobo appears. Yeah, so the issues we've had...
Hey, Noct! What were you guys talking about?
Nothing much. He just wants a photo of a chocobo.
Dude, I'm on it.
You made his day.
A wild chocobo. I hope we find it soon.
So I believe... It'll be interesting to see what Vive wants in terms of the Disc of Corthus, given now that the Archaean is no longer there. And I do just want to see if this will work. I'm not sure it will, because of the rain. I know that Prompto does like his photos to be in crystal clear weather.
Ooh, let me take some pictures.
Thanks for the ride.
That sounds like a...
Ready or not?
Let's head back.
Okay, so we do get that one, which is excellent.
Easy now.
And now we'll be able to head south. Continue to head south. We'll actually head to there. There's an event quest that I do not know anything about. So that is cool. Something brand new. And then we may all be able to sort of cycle back round and do the other two that are around this area as well. But I do just want to hand back... Actually, no, we want to go the other way because then I can hand back the quest to Sonia first. So we'll go via Swainsmere over this way. And our first one will be... Actually, Van interrupted again. Cool. And we'll probably do some more Chocobo races, but that's obviously because we will be returning to around the Wiz's Chocobo Ranch area. And just for now, I think there's no real rush.
Magitech engine. It's close.
I wonder how high you can get up these rocks with our Chocobo. That looks like the limit. So close. Okay, so we can actually get all the way up to the top. That's cool. And you're telling me there's absolutely nothing here. Although you can cross all the way along the top. Very cool. Okay. So, we will make our way over to the quest marker, I think. Swainsmere was down there. Yeah, I mean, we'll just try some fishing as well.
How come that lady's helping you out anyway?
Gentiana?
Yeah, is she like your fairy godmother or something?
I think she's more a messenger of the gods.
Whoa.
That's exactly what she is.
Thanks, buddy.
Now that I think we've officially met Gentiana, we'll also find that she will occasionally just pop up in some of our photos. She'll like photobomb some photos. So get a spider silk, and because it's raining, we'll see different fish than we normally would around this area, which is quite nice. What lure do we want? Let's go for... There are tons of fish here, so... Okay, so let's... No food fish here, but that's okay. Nice and easy catch, which is...
One.
Okay, so we get a horned bluegill. So, does that give us some more information as to what sort of we might find here? Not at all. Come on, fish. Just going to make it easier for me to reel you in if you keep coming closer. Hey, there we go. Ah, a bit more difficult. But nothing too hard.
You've improved.
Just an Ulster bass. Seen a few of those already. So yeah, we'll just keep fishing here and seeing what we can catch. That was some bass. I want to see if maybe there are some catfish around here or something like that.
Won't get a good cast like that. Put your back into it.
Some more backseat fishing there from Gladio. It's obviously a nice, easy way for us to get some AP as well, as we get a chipped bluegill. So it looks like we've got all of the sort of different variations of bluegill here. This one looks a bit tougher. There we go. Like, we're not trying to catch anything too particularly, like, mind-blowing, but I mean, we obviously don't see that in terms of any of the in none of the blue dots are flashing to indicate that they're a very special fish for us. But I think it's a good, again, we want to continually be boosting Noctis's fishing stat. And so when you've got a fish, when you've got a pond full of fish like this, you might as well. I'd be interested to know what actually counts as a big catch. If we get another little catfish.
I was hoping to see something epic. A mortal struggle between man and fish.
So do maybe like three more or so. 3 more successful catches. Seems to be working pretty well for this particular site. We can just run through our spider silk here. No real threat to us, it seems. Another Ulster bass.
Time to move up from Little League, don't you think?
Talk about backseat fishing.
About some light.
Indeed.
You're fishing up a storm.
Do you get it? It's because it's raining like hell.
Not. You can show a bit of emotion, you know.
It looks like we get a lot of Ulster bass around here, which is nice.
Can't you hook something like boss level?
Beginner's luck.
Oh.
I did kind of want to see what happens. See if the.
You said that last time.
You can see Prompto in the back just chilling on his phone as well, which is quite a nice touch. I would like to see what happens if it turns to night. Just to see if. So obviously we're now at night. So I'm thinking if I catch something, it might reset the pond, or it might introduce some new things. And we might as well see if we can. Like, if there was something big, would be a chance to try and catch something. Come on. Really? One time I want to catch a fish.
Tiny fishes. Oh, you're on fire!
This one's a bit.
Turn the rod toward the fish.
Something more aggressive. Jeez. That's a very aggressive fish. Took off a lot of health.
You did good.
Is it something new, or is it just I don't know, it's just a big Ulster bass? And nothing new.
About time for a new line, ain't it?
So, okay, cool.
Keep it moving.
Mm-hmm. Right behind you.
Okay, so time for us to go check on the interrupted van once more.
See you, Slowpoke!
So obviously the interesting comment that we heard on the radio about the nights it getting dark earlier and earlier, and that is part of the... part of the story. Oh, that was great. Just Ignis, just right at the end there. I feel the same about you guys. Okay.
So is Gentiana, you know, human?
Not quite. Well, not exactly gods. Messengers are divine.
Is that the delivery van?
Damn, I did not mean to interrupt that, I'm afraid. So I do apologise.
Thanks for the ride.
Really? Again?
That's for the wicked.
Okay, so the dash to Chocobo allows you to sort of flee battle nice and easily. If it's just these Vortooths, this battle is going to be absolutely fine.
Visibility is poor.
Clean the glasses.
Capital idea, Noct.
So we'll check on the cargo.
Right. Time to make a delivery.
And
Don't wanna spoil the spoils.
we can return to the proprietor. Yeah.
Easy now.
Sorry for interrupting. I didn't think we were close enough to the mission to interrupt, to get interrupted with the dialogue there, but unfortunately we were. They're just talking about Gentiana being, well, not human. Indeed, she is, as they say, she is being a messenger. That she is certainly divine. In some way, she's a divine being. Which also explains how she gets around.
I'm going on ahead.
You think so, Iggy? It's a bit slow at the moment. What on earth was that?
Remember, they're just a scared of us.
We all heard that massive sound, right? What on earth was it? I have no idea, but that... scared. Blimey. I was not expecting that. Okay, so... the fact that there's a different Chocobo music for when your Chocobo is swimming, that is something I enjoy. Get a pair of Assassin's Daggers. That might be our second or even third set of them. So, we got another fishing pond. We might as well check it out. See if there's anything cool.
It's showtime.
So...
Respool the line before it's too late.
Nothing too interesting at the moment, it seems. A couple that just concentrate on catfish is interesting.
Ease off on the reeling.
Really? Really, Gladio? Come on. That's a little baby fish.
Great job, Noct.
So we get another hook horn bluegill. No one's biting over there.
Focus.
Why do we get the different fishing music for that one? Is this an interesting fish, or... No, it's just another catfish.
You almost got him. Don't let up.
Again, seemingly being rather
You did good.
tense about a very simple fish. I appreciate the hype, though. Trying to hype up my various fishing endeavours.
About time for a new line, ain't it?
Okay, so... Yep, that doesn't seem to be grabbing his attention.
Think I'll play King's Knight in the meantime.
Better not. His Highness will get sulky.
That was moving around quite quickly. This will be the last one for here. Again, doesn't seem like there's too much interesting to fish around here.
Knocked. Stop reeling.
Now we're going to get the most out of that line as possible.
You did good.
Knocked. You can show a bit of emotion,
That's
you know.
just another catfish. I said it would be the last one. I just want to see if you
Not
do.
feeling ambitious.
Even Ignis getting a go, but Ignis is...
Isn't there anything big here?
Somehow Ignis's ones are even more sort of sassy. Just like, oh, so you're just sort of just settling for the small fry, are we? Great. Okay, so we are going to continue to head south and deal with Sonia's little
Everything
quest.
in order? Yep, right behind you.
Much like our previous quest, it's going to involve
Let's go.
chasing down some frogs. And I think we've got an even bigger area to look for in this case, which is just what you want. He says, hiding his disappointment not very well. I'm assuming that's a Magitech thing in the sky? Or why else is there just a massive white light there? Oh yeah, it is Magitech. I swear it just came up as
His story about Lady Luna Freya coming through town was true after all.
Judging by the timing of her visit, she probably set course for the Archaean as soon as she fled the Ground City.
You really owe her big time, Knocked.
Can't wait to thank her in person.
That's just some very, very powerful street lamps, it seems. So, some more Vortus that we can just sort of zip away from, and we find yet another fishing area.
I am not into wildlife. More of a pet guy.
Stop bitching, start killing.
Thanks for the ride.
Okay,
We'll meet again.
so the frogs in this case are all found around this pool. It's up to us to have our eyes and ears open for them. They are so little and so frustrating to find at times.
Come on, pick up.
No luck?
Probably got her phone on silent.
There's one.
Hey, try not to squash it.
So obviously you can tell by the little rivets, but you do have to be very... You do have to have your ears out for them. Probably doesn't help that we're doing this at night time, but oh well. It's not like I can change that now. Ah, there you are. Hello.
Take care you don't hurt it.
I have no intentions of hurting the little frog. There's another one.
All right.
Number 3. These haven't been too bad so far. There's a 4th. Hello.
Got it.
Okay, just one more. I did hear ribbiting back here, but we did not look sufficiently. Yeah, it's definitely ribbiting around here. Where are you, little frog? There you are. Right behind the chocobo.
Nice work, Noct.
Is this the thing she wants us to bring?
Okay, so we collect Sanya's frogs, and now... Okay, that's up to the north. And there's a parking spot here for the Fall Grove and for that particular point there. What we could do is we could just head down there. I think there'll be something of interest to us if we do that. But the other thing is obviously we will want to just quickly do some fishing here and just see if there's anything cool, anything of interest here as well. And it may well be that we're doing the opposite of what we need to do, and actually all of the cool and exciting fish appear here in the day. But we've got to give it a go at least. Might even see something new.
Respool the line before it's too late.
Does not look too optimistic though. Did we get something new? Yeah, we had like a sweet jamming moose, I think we found around here. Maybe this is why people threw them out, because they're absolutely useless in this area. Okay, so that's green. Let's try yellow. Some interest. Let me guess, it's going to be really hard to get the same thing. Oh no.
Focus.
might lose this one. I'm not careful. There we go. Just a little bit of stress added in there.
Yeah, scored big this time.
That is a big fish. A spotted catfish. Okay.
Great job, Noct.
Nice work, dude.
Come on. I know you want to.
Ease off on the reeling.
That also looked like it might be a spotted catfish. It's going to be close with this one. But we get it just in time with our tiny, tiny amount of...
You've improved.
There we go, another spotted catfish. Excellent.
Noct, the line is wearing thin.
Ooh, blimey. Everyone's back now. Okay. Look how many fish there are. Just huge numbers of fish. Be something new. That's all I'm looking for. We get ourselves a chipped bluegill, which is not something new. all of these fish here, and you're like, yep, no, we're just going to continue to gain fish that we've already got before.
Wow, you did good.
It does seem like the morning, though, is a good point to be fishing, as we get a rainbow trout, which, again, another fish we already have. But are at least offering us like ingredients as opposed to just
You've improved.
Ingredients as opposed to just like crafting items and things to
I was hoping
sell.
to see something epic. A mortal struggle between man and fish.
As it is, I think we might just leave it after this one. But it's good to know that if I want to start stocking up on trout fillets, I can definitely come here. Okay, so
Temper.
Let's call the chocobo. Hello.
Easy now.
And so we're going to head south. As I say, we're going to head south this way. And then we can pick that up as we head sort of on the way back up. There are a few really important places to spot along this route. The first one is the large tower that we can, well, the destroyed tower, as it says, that we see just here.
Weird building, eh, guys?
It's like no architecture I've ever seen.
Wouldn't want to meet the weirdo who built this.
So, this is, as you see, Costlemark Tower, one of the late-game dungeons that's available to us, and I don't think we shouldn't be able to make any progress.
It keeps going down, down, down.
Wonder how deep it goes.
I don't think we'll be able to make any progress here because it is not nighttime. You can only travel here at night. But I thought I'd show it off as a a pretty cool piece of architecture just sort of located around. And there's a good reason that Costomark Tower is around. And that's if we keep heading this way, we'll find something else. What enemy were they? Oh, they're just Hundlegs. I don't need to worry about those. I'm just always interested if they're new and different enemies for us. So we meet Oath Haven, which we'll probably stay at before dealing with Costomark Tower in the very far future. That's sort of like a level 60 dungeon.
Oh man, that was my first time flying on a ship like that.
One more item to cross off the bucket list.
It's definitely one of the hardest, I think it's pretty much the hardest dungeon in the game. In terms of those sort of first level stuff. And sorry, by first level I mean in terms of the first time through. Because as we've seen before, every single dungeon you can return to again.
Thanks for the ride.
To do the second part of that dungeon. Through the secret door that we see at the end that we can never open every time. So, just as there was a royal tomb just out in the wild, over the other side of Disguise, there's a royal tomb found just here. But, if we enter here, we have some problems. As it says there, there's been a robbery. Likely by demons, apparently, for some reason.
Amazing. The power of the gods in the palm of your hands.
Never dreamt I'd see law come to life before my very eyes.
Leaving Insomnia was eye-opening, but this is mind-blowing.
I feel like the guy should probably react to that sort of news, seeing that in Costomark. So yeah, one of the... in order to complete your royal arsenal, in order to complete having all of the royal arms, you do need to complete the Costomark dungeon. Whereas there are other dungeons on the list which you do not need to complete for those reasons, actually. You just complete them.
It's a little chilly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do we think we can take on this Gigantoad?
Show you what I can really do.
If I only had a gill for every time he said that. The hunt is on. Let's go, fellas. Oh yeah. Ready.
Why give me an AP thing where it needs me to deal more damage than health the monster has? Not quite sure, but there we go. Goes to show that we can definitely take on monsters of that level, which is nice to know. Let's keep going. I believe we should be heading... yeah. Close to another treasure for us to find. Just wondering if our chocobo would follow us down these ways. Seems like they've taken the somewhat sensible decision and not gone for it. Okay, so as we've said,
knocked overhead.
Might get the chance to fight some.
After Rama, we go see Leviathan, right?
Indeed. I dare say Lady Lunafreya seeks the Hydrian as we speak.
Which means another rite, and a heavier burden. Hope she can hold up.
Ooh, an Earth Gemstone. I think Am I right in saying that's one of these ones? Cactuar Needle, Dynamo, Sky Gemstone, not an Earth Gemstone. I felt like I felt that before about Earth Gemstones as well, which is a bit annoying.
Easy now.
So, I think there is actually yet another fishing spot here called the Archaean's
Monster. He's got it bad.
Mirror, and actually a fishing shop. So more interested in the shop than the actual fishing here. Although we'll check things out.
Welcome.
What do we have? We have all of those, which is good to know.
Come again.
Just a very random shop to set up. Yeah, so I'm just in a crater, and just wait for people to turn up and want to fish. Although we do here have some big boys to try and catch up. I don't know if that means they're big or whether it just means that they're rare. Either way, some interesting fish. Come on, there we go. Oh, blimey. What do we get?
You did good.
That's a big fish. That is a big Ulster bass. Maybe they just grow them really big here.
Yes! What the hell was that?
Okay, this might require a bit of concentration.
The line's not gonna last.
Now, Glad I will not have that downbeat attitude during my fishing. I can see the fish, which is, well, could see the fish.
Better get ready to land it.
Nice chunk taken out there. There we go, lovely.
You did good.
Noct, you can show a bit of emotion, you know?
We get a grim catfish, a new record.
The line's still okay, you think?
So this is definitely a place to return to for some more fishing endeavours. Looks like we've got a little fish's attention here.
Focus!
Yeah, nothing too difficult there.
Wow, you did good.
Another Ulster bass.
Turn the rod toward the fish.
Great job, Noct.
Okay, so I might do just one more.
Not feeling ambitious.
Another small one, and then we'll see if we can't take on a big fish as well.
The line's not gonna last.
You gotta have faith, Gladio.
You did good.
Okay, so is there anything?
beginner's luck.
Seems like a very easy spot to farm for some fishing materials and things like that, which is nice to know. I think it is time to stop. I do enjoy the fishing minigame, but I appreciate it's not probably the most interesting of watching, at least.
Let's go.
Especially if we're not like sort of talking it through. So that will definitely get to a point where I'll like really look into the fishing minigame and do some sort of explanations on some of the stuff with regards to item drop rates, what fish are available in each area, that sort of stuff. That's something I definitely would quite like to do, but in a more focused manner, I think, as opposed to in an episode like this where we're sort of just dancing around and making some vague sort of
Help! Please! Somebody help me!
sort of story-based progress.
Thanks for the ride.
Okay.
You guys hear something?
Sure did. Sounded like somebody calling for help.
Shall we have a look around, Noct?
We shall. But the first thing, I would like to hand this in to Sanya.
Oh, yes. This specimen is absolutely perfect. Nary a flaw. You deserve a prize.
Well, you're more than in a position to give them to us. 4,000 XP for that is a decent amount. So, do we get a quest? Is it restart?
Not right now. Important research.
Okay. So not only you can't really jump, like I'm pressing the jump button, it's just not doing anything. So I wonder why Sanya won't let us take on the next quest. I wonder if she moves position in that case.
Y'all done good. Whoever owned that tag's probably breathing a sigh of relief right about now.
So we complete a rocky end as well. Dave's next quest in his long list of quests that he has. So you can see Adventure from Another World is level 45, which I think is very much too high level for us. Yeah, so we really need to get back to Lostolum to hand in a huge chunk of quests. We missed the chance to do that around there, but level 41 would have been tough. So in some ways, maybe I'm glad. We'll definitely do Thunder in Themvar Hills at some point. So I don't know if this is going to immediately trigger. Do we want to do this? I think knowing that that quest is level 45 makes me think let's just avoid it for now.
Easy now.
In which case, we should head back to Wizards, I think. Don't think there's anything really else for us to do around here. Yeah, so I think we'll head back to Wizards and maybe do some Chocobo races. To sort of... and then we might just cut this episode a little bit shorter than we normally would. So sort of slightly less than the usual 2 hours. I think that's fair. Just don't feel like recording for another hour, for example, or like to try and continue to make progress with...
So if Gentiana's not mortal, then she doesn't ever grow older?
Yeah.
To be forever young.
So one of the things we can do, if we stay at a haven, which would be a plan...
We're still gonna visit the other royal tombs, right?
Of course. We've simply gone off-road for a spell.
Noct could definitely use a hand from his ancestors.
The dead can wait, but gods aren't always forgiving.
Imperials above us!
Thanks.
Okay, yeah, so we're just heading up towards the Chocobo racetrack. Is there no place closer in terms of a haven? I would just be interested in...
Now, where did that car of ours drive off to?
We better find her before we set sail.
Can't leave the old girl behind.
Indeed.
I like how that's suggesting that the current weather is sunny up at the top, even though it's definitely raining. Oh, just some more hunt legs again. Is that quest? I mean, this way is towards there. I'm just thinking...
Right now you're still gathering your powers, but what do you do once you've found them all?
The calling is only a set of guiding principles.
Well, hopefully it'll guide him into taking down the Empire once and for all.
Yeah, like the sound of that.
I'm just thinking we might get to a point where we realise that some of the later Chocobo races might be a bit hard for us without any buffs.
Magitech engine. It's close.
So what we can do is actually head over this way, grab the scrap of mystery, and stay at the whatchamacallit. I'll get there in the end. Stay at the haven. There we go.
Your ancestors have our backs, and the gods are on our side. How cool is that?
Very, when you put it that way.
Empire will get what's coming to him.
Certainly doesn't seem as unlikely as it once did.
I'm enjoying the... boys seem to be feeling a bit more confident about their current position and all that, which is good.
Just don't get too carried away.
Sure want to talk.
So we've already shown that we can take on these Gigantoads. Ooh, an Allstream. That could be a recipe. And of course, we have some Vortals ruining everything as always.
The Prince of...
Yep.
That was always just a little bit annoying because it's like I could generate a cross chain.
Yep.
It's just that little bit of effort, that little bit extra, like it'd take time to do. Anyway, so if we haven't had these already, which we might have done, I don't quite remember. So there are a variety of different mushrooms through the game, and frequently, at least some of the things I found, is that when you pick them up, you will get a new recipe for Ignis. So that may well just be a case that we've already done that before. As we get ourselves a Catobal Pass Fang as well. Okay, so we are in the position for our scrap of mystery. Now we just need to find it. It feels like these ruins.
All this time, he was the Chancellor.
I'd had suspicions, but that was well beyond them.
He's awfully friendly for an enemy leader.
Feels at least like this one we might be finding our scrap of mystery a little ways away from the exclamation point site, at least. Okay, so we get ourselves a gold shard, which is quite nice. And now it'll just be a case of, again, just doing some searching. So maybe it's up closer to the side then. Around this way. Maybe it's around the back of these. Ooh, there was a check there. Aha! Okay, another.
Weird game. Oh, the map is still incomplete.
So another map piece. We continue to pick those up nice and quick.
Let's go.
And then, as I said, what we're going to do is just head to the nearby haven that's here. So just a little to the north of us. And there we'll be able to eat. So not only will the guys be able to get some buffs, but the chocobos as well, we can feed them some greens. Which I think they will appreciate.
Nice riding with you.
Shall we camp here?
Okay, so new training as well is available. So the serious practice was just Gladio, then we got Gladio and Ignis, and Gladio and Prompto level 30. Well, might as well give it a go. I'm assuming we're going to want to take on Prompto first. He's weak to polearms and nothing else. And Gladio, I think, was weak to shields. No, weak to oh, he's now only weak to machinery, so maybe that's changing as we go through. So do I have a useful machinery? And
Time to boom. Yeah. Gotcha.
Want some?
Say your prayers. Gotcha.
okay, so still just gotta keep an eye out for Gladio and his flying attacks.
A whole lot more where that came from.
Gladio is going to be the biggest threat with most of these, as usual.
One shot. Buzz off.
Sorry.
Impacting me with some status as well. Interesting.
Want some?
Get lost. Gotcha.
Damn it.
Not looking so good, Prince Charmless.
Nice one. Call me that from now on.
So just like we did with Ignis, this could take a little while. Especially if I'm not paying attention like that. Okay then. What on earth was that?
Up for more?
It's useful just to sort of see new things. It's interesting. So Prompto's uses different statuses, and yeah, that does use up my spells. So it's worth remembering that I am using up things if I do this.
Say your prayers.
Ooh, that was an incredibly short window there to dodge that.
Gotcha. Say your prayers.
Got too greedy. Very much got too greedy there.
That all you got, Knocked?
Whole lot more where that came from.
And obviously, in doing that, it means that you lose access to your armor next time. One thing I just want to check. So see, that does a massive job in terms of boosting my stats. Do I have anything else that's going to really... Plus 150 adds to vitality, which also affects my strength. The Shield of the Just. So that weakens... $268, $470, $251. Okay, so that just is a straight up minus 100, but plus 200. And that takes my strength up to 160 odd, but my defense down to 54. And that way my defense is at 300 odd. I'd be interested to see how I fare in this sort of setup where I'm a lot more defensive. In terms of how much damage I take and things like that. Okay, so that does literally nothing to me now. Holy hell. Ooh. Now that was tricky.
mercy!
Okay. So in short, the Royal Arms are completely overpowered. In having the Shield of the Just active, it seems like you take virtually no damage from anything. And it's more than enough time for us to call camp.
Camping sucks when
So actually, looking at the time, I think we might as well just call it an end as we camp here. So we're here at Killiam Haven. In the next episode, we'll be doing some, probably doing some chocobo races and some various things, especially making use of the wet weather. And yeah. Okay, so last time we had the skewers. This is new, so let's have this one. And I think we'll also have some mimit greens. So does that mean that the chocobos are also indoors? That's the big question. So Noctis's fishing goes all the way up to level 7. Heck yeah. Actually, that's quite a nice scenic photo of Noctis on his chocobo. Ignis stylishly jumping across on his chocobo. Okay, yeah, so I think that's going to be it for this episode. I hope you've enjoyed it, and I hope you'll join me on the next. I think the plan, as we were saying in the next episode, will be to hopefully do some chocobo races, also explore up here. We may well want to head back to Koenig's Ulster and just see if we can find any more quests up there that we want to take on. And then also we'll obviously want to get started with the Hexatheon's Blessings, which really runs us all around this area of Disgaea, as we look for these 3 runes of Rama in order to trigger the next meeting with a god. So I hope you have enjoyed this episode, and I hope you'll join me on the next.